Leo.
Hello everyone, it is a new month and it's good to see you here as always. And before we start today, I would just like to thank you all for sharing. Our site is growing and I totally appreciate that, and all your comments, your feedback, your emails. Even though I may not have time to go in and respond to all of them, I do read them, so thank you for that. Now, also before we proceed, I have created a little tune which is for healing, and that in mind I have those that went down on the Malaysian jet, those who crossed over the Rainbow Bridge, and for their family members who have lost their loved ones, also the ferry boat that capsized with all those children in it. And most of us, we are mothers, you know, and as females, even for those of you who have no children, we are natural born healers. It's within our natures. And don't get me wrong, I also have a good percentage of you men too, so you're absolutely welcome to participate. But I would like to ask you to take a moment to listen to this, and while you close your eyes and allow your hearts to open and send forth that healing energy, both to those who have departed, but also to those family members who are left back, and the hurt that they're feeling. So I thought I'd do this month. You'll find a button so you can just click through, listen, and then come back, and we shall see what's up for you here now this month. Hello Leo, this is your forecast for June, and this month is really going to be social for you here as the sun is cruising through your 11th house, and it will bring you in close contact with those people and groups and organizations and friends, of course, too, where I see a lot of this interaction now taking place, and where you're radiant, okay? The sun is how you radiate, and you're radiating out to these groups and networks. And you might be even hearing it, you know, getting some beautiful feedback on it. And I feel some of the social activity that I do see for you this month is going to tie into your career as well. And this is because Venus is in your 10th house for career in the sign of Taurus. So you might be able to, if you do your work really good, ensure something here financially. And creatively as well, because Venus in Taurus, Venus rules Taurus, so it's like a double whammy energy now in place for you that you can just like pick. It's like ripe fruit, right? So incorporating this here in a very wise way can actually come to expand the area, both networking, your career, and hopefully, you know, getting some money from this, because Venus also rules money, not just your passion and love. But talking about love, this could be a month for love as well. When Venus is in Taurus in its rulership, so to speak, well then we emit that type of energy. And in that case, you might just come to find that there might be somebody around you in the work area, if you're single, that is, somebody in your work area that might, you know, find you very, very attractive and come to say that. For those of you who are in a committed relationship, not to worry. It just goes to show that you're then going to be putting your passion into your work, right? Now, Mercury is going to go retrograde on us this month on the 7th, so anything you need to have signed, documents and so forth, you want to get that done. For you, Mercury is going to be in the 12th house, okay? So it's in the hidden, it's like behind the scenes. But then again, from the 18th, it's going to retrograde back out from the 12th house into the 11th house. And that's where it currently is here on this side of your reading, if you're listening to it in May. So, you know, whatever you needed to wrap up and didn't finish, well, you will have ample time to do so between the 7th and July 1st in that retrograde period. Now, having it in your 11th house, well, it can bring back people you haven't spoken to for a long time. And in that case, it would be after the 18th. Um, yeah, old friends, so watch them reappear. And maybe you will reach out to somebody that you've been thinking about but not really acting upon. So then we have Neptune in the 8th house. Well, it also is going to go retrograde here this month from June 10th all the way to to November 16th. And this Neptune is the ecosystem that we have. It's like, screaming something out to the canyons and then it echoes. This is what our mind does, our higher inner chatter does. And it will be echoing to you messages for you to look a little closer at in the area here of Pisces, which it rules. So it's your creativity that will be sparking up in a deeper and more passionate way because it's in the area of the house of Scorpio. So you might just find that there's things there that you need to do. You might have been thinking about it for a long time, just didn't find the time. But see, when the echo repeater system is on, well, then it's time to get on with it and dedicate this energy here passionately to those hopes, dreams, and visions that Neptune represents. And it also being the 8th house, well, it represents money. It's something that could give you a benefit in the long run, that could give you some residuals, extra income, or it could be a partnership opening up with somebody that can financially give you spin-offs down the road. And in this case, the retrograde part, if this is somebody from your past, it's okay to network partner with them. If it's new people, just be careful because when Neptune is also retrograde, it can get a little foggy and maybe there might be smoke screens that they're not fully who they say they are, and then of course that won't be revealed before way down the line when Neptune turns direct again. So, but if it is trusted old friends, you know them, it's okay. It's fine. The new moon, this area here for you, Leo, this month is going to be the 12th house. So it's that one time a year the new moon gets to kind of light up this house, having to do with your spirituality. It might be calling you to the forefront to listen to spirit, to retreat a little bit. The 12th house is always the house of spirit needing to retreat, catch up with self. Great time for you, yoga, meditation, that kind of thing, relaxing more. So yeah, great time for that, especially because you have Jupiter there as well. And Jupiter, would have really had some high benefits in this area, but Jupiter has been challenged a little bit with Pluto, Uranus, and Mars, so it may not have given you the relaxation that you needed at the end of a 12-year cycle as you could have hoped for, but the new moon here is going to help you here this month with it. Saturn, well, Saturn's been a little strict here in Scorpio. Some of you have felt that. It is squaring your sun. And so, yes, but the benefits of this, and it's in the area of your home, family, your roots, your past, and so forth. So Saturn will always cast light upon the area that we need to strengthen up, all right? Initially, we can feel the heaviness, where Saturn restricts a little bit, but it's only restricting you for one higher reason. And the higher reason is for you to look at your past and say, what can I learn from this? And it keeps taking you back there until you take it up and transcend it, and in this, you're finding a new foundation, a new platform where you feel that you're mastering the art of your past. So for that, Saturn is really good. And it's also good in this area for those of you who have been putting down new roots, relocating and so forth. Saturn is strengthening that area. And Mars this month now, finally going direct with us. It was retrograde from March 1st to May 20th. So now it's on the forward march in the area of the 3rd house for you. So now you can feel that communication, which might have been a little tested here, March, April, and somewhat into May there, 3 weeks of it at least. that Mars can pick up the energy of courage, and sparks of happiness, sparks of joy, where you can relate differently, energetically, okay? When it's retrograde, it kind of tones down that energy that we need, or drive, and now that it's on the forward march, you might seek to get yourself out more in not just the neighborhood, but maybe taking small trips out of the city. It could be longer trips as well, but at least just getting out for a weekend will be fabulous now. And you'll see you might be doing more of that as Mars completes its journey here in this area. But balance is starting to come back now after the Grand Trine, or the Grand Square, or the Grand Cross, is now empowering you as you are leaving behind whatever has been a little testy. And now it's denoting new beginnings, and this is why I'm so excited though here in this June forecast, because as an astrologer, you always love to give good news out there, right? But the planets have been a little difficult, I'd say, all year long, from when all this started. But now we're seeing that the benefits are going to start to blossom. You're going to blossom. There's choices to be made now, and you're not going to feel the slowdown from those, retrogrades that we've been having most all year. You're going to align yourself with yourself, positive, strong decisions, which is going to just be fueled up by more transits coming up over the next few months. So we're going to pay attention to that as we go along. Full moon on the 13th, and the full moon this month here, Leo, is going to be in Sagittarius, which is a sister sign. So you might feel that this is going to be a glorious month for you, full of fun. You might be out and about dancing here on this bright lit evening. It's in the 5th house for joy and pleasure and love and relationships and just self-expression. So yeah, you're going to be full here on the 13th. Now let's just see from top of the month where we are starting off, and it's romantic. It is Venus and Neptune. And Neptune is the higher octave of Venus, so yes, you can feel that your feelings might be a little heightened, where love is going to flow a little bit easier for you, and also your partner. So the interaction here is great. And this can leave you feeling a little surprised on the 6th. Whatever comes to you here right now might be something that is done or shared or given to you, coming from the area of friendships, I feel. And it doesn't have to be a physical gift as in a present. It could be an unexpected thing that's being said or shared, because it's coming from the 9th house. So it could be an insight, something philosophical, or just somebody blessing you in a beautiful way, and maybe from an unexpected corner. Then, yes, Mercury going retrograde on the 7th. On the 8th, we have another passionate day, whereas the 4th was more a romantic day. Well, this is passion. Venus and Pluto trine. So you could see the physical aspect of this might be very healing and very giving. You have Venus in the 10th. Your Pluto is in the 6th house. So in relationships, you may feel that this is going to come across strongly, but also passion as far as putting it into your 10th house of career. You might be very alive with a deal, or with a creative insight, or something that you're wanting to accomplish. You might get or receive some kudos on this day here for work well done. And you deserve that, Leo, because when you give, right? So this would be the glorious day for it. Neptune going retrograde on the 9th. And then we have 2 days that we want to mark as being a little bit aware of. The 12th and the 14th. Venus, Saturn will be in opposition on the 12th. So there might be not really seeing eye to eye in a situation. This is between home, family life, the past, and also where you're heading here in your career. It might just be about finding the proper balance, perhaps, where to express the energy, and it might just be needs. Maybe some at work need you more when the family members need you, or vice versa. And so you're going to have to split yourself a little bit. On the 14th, though, it could be something that can flare up as a disagreement. Pluto and Mars square. And Mars can be quite impulsive and might just blurt, something, or somebody can blurt at you. So yeah, a little bit careful so not to trigger happy here. And for you, Mars is also in the sign of communication. So yeah, there might be a few words, but it's a transient thing, all right? So you could do a little damage control there, maybe even prior to. Then Mercury retrograde will slip back out of your 12th house and into the 11th house again in its retrograde position to wrap up whatever loose ends, karmic ends here on the 17th, 18th, and it will remain there until July 1st, and then it's going to turn around and start heading back into your 12th house. So between 17th, 18th, and the 1st, that is in the area of networks and your social circles where that retrograde is going to act out. On the 18th, Venus and Jupiter, a day of abundance and gifts and joy and just feeling elated. Venus, which is love, it's also money, and so Jupiter is going to come and bless both those areas for you. And this, I feel, is going to come to you also in the area of work as well, where something, it could be maybe a promotion, or maybe it could be an opportunity that's going to knock on your door. So be sure to make advantage of whatever opportunity is coming, because these are the two best planets that we have, and when they dance together, oh, it's so fortunate, very, very fortunate. And then we have Sun Mercury on the 20th. They're communicating, having some talks, trying to get along here and make new decisions. The Sun is wanting to act on something, and Mercury too, I believe, because it's all fired up there by you. But just recall, Mercury is retrograde, okay? As long as it's not new agreements, hold off to July 1st on it, right? Venus will move into Gemini on the 23rd, so it's moving out of the sign of Taurus and your 10th house. So now it's joining up there with the Sun in your social sector. You will come to see that the rest of this month is going to be very social and lovable, and you're going to be quite attractive in your social circles where everybody wants to be friends with you, because that's what you're emitting. Okay, so great time for you singles to go find somebody, just because your magnetism is running really high here now this month from the 23rd. 25th, though, maybe a very rash decision or choice is going to need to be made, kind of like one of those spur-on-the-moment things, and so you'll feel yourself kicking into action on it. And then we end the month here on the 29th, Venus and Neptune. And beautiful trine there, Leos. And so go back to the 4th. What happened on the 4th? That's when they were sextiling. So if the 4th was good, this is even better, because the trine will get even more. Okay, because on the 4th it was only like halfway there, but it was harmonious. But now it's fully there. So yes, do put that on your calendar for a candlelight dinner, and you will see exactly what I mean. It can blow magic into your life. So that is pretty much what we have here. We're concluding our forecast for June. So do listen to your moon and your rising sign as always, just because it gives you a little bit more insight what you can expect in those areas. They pertain to you as well, right? So I will see you next month. So take care and have a happy month. Bye now.